Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Bit Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out a very exciting strategy game. It's a city builder, sort of set on an inhospitable planet. It's actually really incredible. And you know what the best part is? Is that it's free. Right now, let's go for Orbitalville, sure. It's free. You can check it out. Link down in the description. It is available right now on itch.io. And honestly, I am absolutely astounded that this game and a game of this quality has managed to completely escape my radar. It really is kind of remarkable. Anyway, this is the planet. This is our ship. I think we've crash landed. I don't know if that's canon or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so what is the objective? Well, the objective is to survive, and in fact, there is a fantastic little progression system, which is basically going to lead us down exactly where we need to go and what we need to do. And in fact, I'm going to pin a couple of these things, and we'll talk about them as we go. But these are currently our mission objectives. We've obviously got the big ship here. Now, this ship, believe it or not, is not one big thing. It's actually, well, it's one entity, but it's split into multiple modules. So, the front module is for habitation. And if this looks complicated, look, it's not. It really isn't. You can see that we've got a whole bunch of people that are actually filled in the slots here. There's a whole bunch of unfilled beds as well. It's fine. It's fine. We got a little bit of storage as well. We got storage for packaged food. That is noteworthy. So we got the module at the front that is habitation. We've got life support for air. Over at that side with a whole bunch of corresponding storage for carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen. Very cool. We've got life support for water, which again is water and wastewater. That's fine. Then we've got the core, which is probably one of the most interesting concepts, I think, in this game. As well as doing energy storage, it actually has a stasis pod. Colonists are kept in stasis here. We can click on the wake up button. Boom, and revive any number of colonists at any time if we want to. There's actually 470 people that are just waiting to be woken up in the ship. So that's kind of how you get more people. It's very cool indeed. Very cool, in fact. We've got the reactor, which provides a bunch of power. That's marvelous. We've got some logistics, which is basically just a little depot for vehicles, which is cool. We got 2 cargo vehicles, a tanker, etc. Yep, we've also got some storage over here. We've got a whole bunch of stuff, which is just chilling. And then at the back, we've got the engines, and the engines don't really do anything. But anyway, that's what the ship does, and that ship is well, it's gonna be fantastic because it's gonna allow us to do a whole bunch of stuff in the early game. Now, what do we need to do? What are our missions here? Well, we've got a couple. We got to build a survey office, and we got to survey any deposit. That is these things over here, which we will absolutely do. And in fact, we'll probably queue that up right about now. If we go into the build menu, we'll get the survey office down. Let's set the survey office to be built over here, and we'll also set up some solar arrays as well, which I know we're going to have to do. And we'll get some solar arrays like so. Sure, 15 solar arrays, brilliant. We also need to get some wind turbines. Perfect. And we will connect both of these things up. One with a power cable, which is all that we actually need. We need to make sure that it is touching the edge there. That's fine. And we also need to use what is called a utility line, which connects the ship with the survey office with life support, which is very cool. Now, the objectives that we go through will give us. I'm going to stick it into 10 times speed. They will give us some options. Not everything gives us unlocks, but for example, the geo survey capability, finishing that will give us the mining drill blueprint and also a prefab concrete plant, both of which are very important for progression. Right, so yeah, a whole bunch of stuff is going to get completed. I don't really need to pay much attention to it. We've got 8 construction workers up here. This is a little overview on our air/water capacity of the life support system. We'll talk about that later. We got power balance. All of our power is coming from the reactor at the moment, with the exception of a couple of solar panels. We've got food per colonist. We've got food reserves for 20 years, give or take. We've got water per colonist. We've got oxygen overview. We've got unfilled jobs, unemployed. We've got free residences, which are in the habitation module at the front. We've got homeless people, which we've got 0, obviously, and then we've got a population of 30. So yeah, as I say, what we really need to do is we need to go through the motions of getting all of the basic stuff set up. I really, really like this progression system. As ever, I've done the tutorial. I'm obviously going to explain exactly what we have to do. And hopefully we'll be able to keep up the momentum. Now, there is this mechanic called hope. So how long hope will last? It increases by completing objectives, and hope gives colonists an extra 3 morale. That is exactly what this measurement is of here. We've also got average colonist health, and we've got average productivity. I think I'm going to prioritize slightly more highly the survey office. This can all be done in time. It's not super critical at the moment. What I should also try and do is I should get an energy storage. Yeah. Get an energy storage and build that over there. Yeah, build an energy storage over there. Cool. Right, so we will, it takes a whole bunch of resources to build these solar arrays and everything, for example. I mean, I'm never going to be able to keep track of exactly what all of these things do. But that's okay, because, and I'll tell you very, very shortly, we're going to be able to get a vast array of everything that we could possibly want, and all we need to do is just build. We need to build. Right, so the power security has been completed. We built 10 solar panels. We'll get the wind turbine up in a second. Energy security just requires us to build 1 single energy storage, which is exactly what I've just queued up there. I didn't even talk about it, but that's the energy storage over there. And yeah, once the power is fine, energy storage is at 100%, we can actually toggle off the ship's reactor, because it does cost us enriched uranium to utilize. Let's disable that structure, and we'll keep a very, very close eye on whether we have enough power, maintained locally to keep the lights on. Right, so the survey office is officially finished, which is great. Geological survey and exploration office can control 1 surveyor vehicle. Very, very cool indeed. And in fact, hold on, I'm going to toggle ever so slightly the volume, because it was a touch loud. Anyway, so we got an idle surveyor. That's absolutely the first sort of port of call for us to fix. But there's also another warning, which is dangerously low temperature. That is something that is just going to update after we get the utility, after the utility line's been installed for a little while. We can also go in and have a little bit more of a granular look at the workplaces. You can actually see, since we've clicked on the building, you can see who's coming in for the morning, who's coming in for the afternoon shift. You can see exactly who it is. These 2 people for the morning, this person for the afternoon. Very, very cool indeed. Very, very cool indeed. Now, let's talk about surveying. So, the way that surveying works is that you survey the resource deposits, like here, for example, here, 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 and here, and we get a little survey truck, which, there we go, has literally just left the ship and is going to go and make its way across and is going to survey the resources. Cool. We got a power diversification mission completed. With wind turbines, we don't just rely on power. I should say there's a whole bunch of overlays here, which will definitely come in handy. I don't think that there's a material difference in wind speed anywhere here. No, not really. Not really at all. That's good. That's good to know. Good to know. Right, so we're going to survey this deposit, and boom, immediately we have done it. We found a resource, which is great. Let's go and have a little look at the resource deposit overlay and see what we've got. Oh, look at that. It's water. It's almost like I planned for that to happen. So that is really, really nice. We'll continue to survey these other ones. I think that's sulfur over there, iron. Yeah, sulfur, iron, etc. Anyway, we can turn that overlay off, and we can have a little look at what was I going to do? Oh yeah, we've unlocked new buildings to build, so we can build the mining drill, and that is kind of what I'm going to do right here. Does it matter where we place it? I mean, it doesn't really matter where we place it. The only sort of differentiating factor between any of these things is the amount of water that is actually available underneath. Let's get power lines. Very, very simple power line connection over there. Beautiful. Get that set up, and we shouldn't have any issues. I'm probably going to be in 10 times speed for the most part, I would say, over the entirety of the game. I don't really anticipate any reason why I wouldn't be. Do I need to wake anyone up? We can wake some people up. These 4 people, I believe, are going to allow us to get some more people to help with construction, because construction workers can be allocated to go and, for example, work in the survey office if they have the geology ability. Basically, geology workers can work in the survey office, and you've got, you know, different people that can work in different types of buildings. Right. Let's queue up the next couple of things. We've got what? Interim concrete production. We've got water security, and we've got exploration intro. I'll queue up the next line later. Either way, water security, survey 1 deposit of water, build a mine on a water deposit, and mine 5 water. I'm actually way ahead of you there, video game. This button is flashing, but we'll get to that in a second. Interim concrete production, survey 1 deposit of sulfur, build a mine on the sulfur deposit, and build 7 sulfur. Yeah, so I will actually do that right now as well. We'll get the... There we go. Yeah, the mining drill. Build it over there. That's cool. Was that? Did I see that was iron? Yeah, that was iron that we've just discovered. Cool. Brilliant. And we also have a prefabricated concrete plant, which is fine. We can get ourselves a prefabricated concrete plant. Do I want to build a prefabricated concrete plant over here? I feel like I do. I mean, the prefab concrete plant produces concrete from stone and sulfur. Stone, interestingly enough, is actually a byproduct in this game. So you actually get stone as a byproduct from building pretty much. There we go. That to there, and then we're gonna need to get power. Power to there. So yeah, we can connect through buildings, which is, again, kind of cool. I like that a lot. I mean, again, the fact that this game like just was completely completely off my radar, it just blows my mind, because it is so far up my street that it actually hurts. Anyway, we're gonna need to wake some more people up in order to get the mine operating. The mine operating fine. What am I doing? Yeah, there we go. Wake up. Select needed. Wake up. Boom. Perfect. Right. Idle surveyor. Okay, what did we discover? We got some more water over here. Cool. I think that's it's just another patch over there. There's another few patches, but to be honest, I'm not overly bothered. What we really want to do is we want to arrest this flashing light here. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch the survey office's focus from surveying to exploration, which is very, very cool indeed. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to queue up a whole bunch of areas to be explored. Look at that. Look at that. How cool is that? It's very cool, let me tell you. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Very, very cool indeed. And yeah, suddenly the map is going to expand. The map is, I don't know how big the map is actually, but it's very, very large. And we're going to basically just add sort of bits and bobs on sequentially whenever we have the intel. Right, we are off the grid. That's okay. It's worth noting, by the way, that the utility line also connects power up as well. Yeah, it'll just take us time to get this done. Right, so stone. I don't know if we have any stone yet. We might have a little bit of stone. Probably not much, because yeah, the mining drill does give us stone, I believe. We're 91% completed in terms of construction, and we've also just finished water security. Did that give us anything? Water security gave us prefab electrolysis plant, pipes, and storage tanks. Yeah, interestingly, the prefab electrolysis plant, which is absolutely something that we're going to get, the prefab electrolysis plant, of course, allows us to crack water or electrolyze water and turn it into oxygen and hydrogen. And in fact, let's get it like over here, because it's not too far away. And at the moment, water needs to be moved over by truck. We can change that in the future, but that's fine. We just completed the exploration mission, which is really, really nice. And as you can see, we're starting to explore the map. Looks like we're in a little bit of a valley here. Yeah, looks like there's some hills on either side. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, far from it. But that is yeah, that is somewhat inhibiting our development. Yeah, it's also worth noting that we've got the prefab electrolysis plant, the prefab concrete plant. We can't place any more of them until we get more blueprints for them. So they're quite rare. Right, so we unlock pipes, which is cool. Connect structures with pipes and power. we probably won't be using that for at least a little while. The radio tower as well is kind of interesting. It allows us to detect radio signals from other surviving ships and allows us to build towards them. Storage tanks as well in the storage facility. That's fine. Okay, so we don't really need to worry about anything here, apart from the fact that we clearly need to wake some more people up. Whole bunch of people. Boom. Right. Our population is at 46. We've got 2 residences free. So yeah, we got 2 residences free in the front of the ship. That is fine. What do you need? You need sulfur, and we're gonna get sulfur soon. Okay, if I zoom out, we should be able to. If I go into exploration mode, yeah. We should see on the map. We should see on the map the outline of a little ship. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's happening here. I'll tell you exactly what's happening here. We're gonna go and explore. We're gonna explore that tile for very, very good reason. I'm not gonna prejudge what's gonna happen, but it's very, very important that we go and do that. Right. The electrolysis plant is going to be making oxygen, which is great. I mean, at the moment our oxygen is decreasing per colonist, but that should fix that. Same with the water situation. We've got plenty of food at the moment, but obviously the more colonists that we wake up, the more food we will require for them. And we still need sulfur, but to be honest, the sulfur is gonna, yeah. There we go. The trucks are literally picking it up, dropping it off. Beautiful. Okay. I should also point out, by the way, that there is, yeah, there's a little sort of like red outline. Thank you very much, video game. I don't think I was paying attention. I don't think I was tracking that mission. Yeah, so there's a little sort of overlay. You can actually see. So we've got food entrances, vehicle entrance, exit, pipe connection, conveyor connection, and also extension connection. So at the moment, we don't have anything particularly complicated here. Everything can be accessed by foot and pretty much by vehicle. But there are, for example, buildings like the concrete plant, which cannot be accessed from the side. They can only be accessed from the front, from the door. That's just what those little red lines mean. Anyway, let's go back to the overview. What did I get? Oxygen security. And that has unlocked... That's unlocked the prefab hydrogenation plant, the prefab steelmaking furnace, the atmosphere processor, and pressure vessels. Okay, well, let's not progress on with that quite yet, because we can do all of these 3. We can do all of these 3 things. I want to do interim concrete production. We'll get living space expansion because we're basically running out of free residences. We will do ship discovery as well, which I know we're about to complete. Shuttle discovery, we're not going to worry about quite yet. We'll just see what happens. We'll take it as it comes. Right, the other thing that I perhaps wanted to chat about very, very briefly whilst we are waiting to explore this sector, which is going to be great because it's going to immediately finish another one of our missions. We probably want to talk about all of these other buttons that have appeared at the top of the objective screen. So not only do we have like survival-oriented objectives that will allow us to complete, you know, they'll allow us to get the better part of a town up and running. What we need to do is we also need to find the fleet. So we need to find other ships which contain a bunch of cargo. I would hasten to add. We need to find all the other fleet, and that's what we're doing over. That's what we're doing over here right now. Self-reliance, you know, produce 1,000 concrete, produce 200 laminated glass, all of these things, and we will get more hope, which again is more morale. Safety, you know, store 50 megawatt hours of energy. You know. Achieve average joy, you know, build a canteen, achieve a population of 100, you know, have 0 colonists in stasis. All of these things we can do. I mean, what a fantastic way of doing progression. I really, really like it. I think it's great. Now, we have not enough storage space for hydrogen. That is kind of, you know, it's kind of to be anticipated. I mean, do we store hydrogen in the ship? I don't think we do, you know. I don't think we do store hydrogen because we definitely can't store it in here. We can only store it in here. We do, however, store the prefab steelmaking furnace and also the prefab hydrogenation plant. Both of those things are, yeah, important. Okay, ship discovery, marvelous. Look at that. We found ourselves another crashed ship. Interim concrete production, fantastic. Thank you. Look, ship discovery. Ship discovery is good. It unlocks the prefab. It unlocks the prefab glassworks and the prefab alumina refinery, which is nice. Let's go. Let's get that. Let's get that. tagged up as well. Cool. Right. So the cargo ship gives us a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. For example, steel, aluminium, a whole bunch of packaged food, invar, industrial machinery, clothing, etc. And actually, we can get even more value for our money by demolishing it. This is not a complicated cargo ship, or not a complicated ship like ours. It is literally just a cargo ship. So there we go. Anyway, the surveyor is out of energy, coming back for a little charge up. But what I want to do in the meantime, oh, look at the number of new buildings that we can explore. What I would like to do, video game, is build a radio tower, because a radio tower is going to allow me to. How far can we build? Okay, so the way that the radio tower works, you'll see very, very shortly, actually. I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it right in here. Right in here. It doesn't need any power. But basically, what I was doing there was I was checking the range. I was checking the range that our construction offices can reach. We can't extend that quite yet. We'll check out the flashing buildings in just a second. But we can build the radio tower over here, and the radio tower is actually going to point. Is actually going to point in the direction of the new should I say other ships. So we found Luna. That's cool. What about this other stuff? Also, I would say that Luna has got some pretty interesting stuff on it that we should probably pillage right now. So we've got steel and aluminium, obviously, which is great. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, we're gonna run out of steel at some point. Not yet, but we're gonna get there. But what's more important, I think, is the stuff at the end. So we've got the prefab steelmaking furnace, which I'm gonna say transfer to the colony. I'm gonna say the surveyor transfer to the colony. I'm gonna say the tanker transfer to the colony. I'm gonna say the prefab plant transfer to the colony. The alumina refineries transfer to the colony, and the cargo trucks transfer to the colony. So, my little cargo trucks are going to go over there, and they're going to take some more cargo trucks out. I think that we should have enough space. Yeah, we got enough space in the cargo hold for now. It's not going to last forever, but, you know, that'll be fine. Let's queue up some exploration, even if I don't keep it around, or even if I change it when I get the coordinates from the radio tower of where the new ship is. It would be good to at least do a little bit of exploration. Right, that's understaffed. Let's get some more people woken up. We also need to build a bunkhouse, which I really haven't done yet. Select needed. Boom, wake up. You're about to wake up 6 colonists, but only 2 have free residences. Yes. So we're going to have some people that are homeless. I'm afraid there's not very much that I can do about that at all. No, unfortunately not. Right, so ship logistics-wise, we can actually build ourselves a brand new and improved survey office, because... Yeah, where do I want to build this? If I build it here, we're going to block an entrance. That's not actually a problem. Yeah, we're going to place that. We should be fine. Entrance blocked. Maybe it's not fine. Okay, I was going to say let's cancel. I think I mean, there's 2 entrances, so we should be able to... Oh, it's because there's one is the vehicle entrance, one is the human entrance. Okay, that's fine. Whatever the case, we can manage to cope with that there. Right, so stockpiles. I do want to build some stockpiles. We'll work on that in a second, but for now, let's get utility line. Yeah, do that like so. That is perfect. That is perfect. That is good. Output storage is full. Brilliant. We should be making concrete. We should be making stone, or we should be using stone and sulfur in order to make concrete. That is pretty marvelous, actually. Not enough storage space for oxygen or hydrogen. Well, that's a good position to be in, video game. That's a really, really good position to be in. Right. So I want to build a bunkhouse. In fact, I want to build a bunkhouse to increase my housing. What's it actually going to cost to build a bunkhouse? 80 concrete, 60 steel. That's quite a large demand, in addition to a whole bunch of other junk that we're going to need. Either way, it's going to be great, though. Going to be very, very good. Are we fine for power? We're fine for power. We're going to need to expand our power system in a little bit, but now is not the time. Now is not the time. Right, so can we get the radio tower done? I'm going to crank up the priority of that to get that done slightly quicker. We need to build a biology lab as well. Yeah. Let's see. I guess I've got this big plateau down here, which I might want to do stuff with. What do we got? Another prefab concrete plant. I am interested. A steel making furnace. I'm very, very interested. But we can't build that quite yet. I don't believe. Right, we got the prefab hydrogenation plant. Yep, and we've got the biology lab. Let's build the biology lab as the first port of call. Insufficient resources. What are the resources that we need? We need 30 concrete. This is exactly why it's so important that we can just go over to the cargo ship. And not get any concrete out of here, because we don't have any concrete in the cargo ship of Luna. Not a problem. I mean, we're going to build concrete eventually. It's just a matter of time. In fact, every 6 hours, as long as we're able to keep stone... We got 26 in storage. We got 14 in storage here. So as long as we're able to keep this area like popping with supplies, we're going to get 20 concrete every couple of hours, which is great. And I tell you what, why don't we try and help out here? We'll get a few small stockpiles over here, which do require concrete. I know they require concrete. Right, these are very, very cheap. 3 steel, basically nothing, and 2 concrete apiece, but is going to be very, very handy. Very, very handy for what we need. Either way, 10 concrete apiece, 2 concrete, 2 concrete. We'll pretty much be done. I mean, this works all night. We can actually bump the productivity of any of these specific buildings, but it is going to require more power in order to do that. I don't think I particularly care to do that right at the moment. I'm content to wait. I'm content to wait a little bit. We got this radio tower built. I did put that on a high priority, but apparently my workers didn't get the memo. Although, to be fair, I mean, it is taking them about 1 billion years to actually walk between areas. Anyway, just to reiterate, the radio tower works in the following way. So we need to get it to a high elevation. Once it's on a high elevation, it will point towards every ship that is not even necessarily within range. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Did that get us... What did that get us? Didn't get us anything. We didn't get anything. We got hope for 2 seasons. We also got an expectation increase, which means that, you know, as people get happier, their morale is going to get more challenging to fulfill as well. Right, sulfur. We're already starting to accumulate quite a lot of sulfur. Why don't we move that sulfur out of the ship and into... Ooh, I say that. Can we actually store sulfur here? We absolutely can store sulfur here. Right, put that as a high priority sulfur refill. There we go. And then what we go into the filters here, and we can say raw minerals. Let's left control, turn the maximum amount down to 0. So that should theoretically mean that all of the sulfur is going to be stored in the small stockpile here, which should keep everything separated, and also make sure that we're not storing any raw materials in the cargo area. Yeah, that's very, very important. Can we store... Can't store concrete here, can we? No, we can't store concrete. These are all scrap, by the way. So every resource is a corresponding scrap resource. We'll store stone in there. That'll be good. And then go into settings. Same again for stone. Stone. Yeah, 0. Cool. Good stuff. Right, has the radio been built? The radio has fantastically been built. That's marvelous. We've got the surveyor that is still idle, but don't worry. We're going to head over to the radio tower. We're going to click on that, and oh, what do you know? We've got 3 ships that are all actually kind of nearby. So we've got Titan 5.5 kilometers in that way. What is that? Ceres? So what we need to do is we need to basically try and guesstimate exactly how far away it's going to be. Sure, I have no idea what distance is like in this game, but anyway, let's get the surveyor out there, and we'll get cracking. Biology lab, we're coming up trumps to the biology lab. That's looking pretty good, and we're honestly all good with the exception of food. We're producing pretty much everything that we need to be producing at this moment in time. We are going to need to get some more We are going to need to get some more wind turbines or some more solar panels. That is an unavoidable fact of life, unfortunately. There we go. What are we focusing on at the moment? We're focusing on building the biology lab, I think. We don't need to wake anyone up. We got 448 available colonists. We have no unfilled jobs. I think we're okay with this. Okay. That looks like something that we haven't surveyed before in terms of resources. Yeah, I probably do need to survey some resources a little bit more, but I'm not overly bothered about it. Yeah, I think we're fine. We're fine, all things considered. Right. So objectives. Do we want to select any more objectives? We got shuttle discovery, agriculture research, specialized storage. Build 2 small stockpiles. Build 1 stockpile. Build 1 storage tank. Build 1 pressure vessel. Sure, we'll do that. We'll also do interim steel production. Food security, we can wait a little bit because we still haven't completed the prerequisite biology lab situation for that. Either way, that's fine. Build 2 small stockpiles. We're on it. Build 1 large stockpile. I can queue that up. Yeah, you see, there's the entrance. Entrance is over there. Brilliant. 1 storage tank. I tell you what, the storage tank can go near where we have our water. And interestingly, you can actually see here, you can see the pipe connection. Pipe connection on that front there. Right, and a pressure vessel. A pressure vessel actually also could go... Yeah, pressure vessel could also go here, next to the electrolysis factory. Yeah. Okay. No resource set for storage yet. Is there anything else that we particularly want to store from here? It needs to be a raw resource. Either that or a scrap resource. Another concrete prefab plant. I think I might get another prefab concrete plant here, actually. Sure. Do that. Alumina refinery and 2 steel making furnaces. Produces steel from iron ore, hydrogen, and carbon. Yeah, that's the top one here. We're gonna need to get a mining drill set up on our iron source. Why did I do that? It says that we've got insufficient resources. We need 50 steel. Well, that's kind of what we want to avoid happening. We don't really want to run out of steel. But what I can do is I can actually go into here and we can say, right, transfer 300 steel, boom. And all of our trucks, like a little train, are going to get dispatched out there to go and pick up the steel and bring it back. That's perfect. Very, very happy with that. Right, couple of different things to note. Repairs are needed to the survey office, which we literally just built. Well, it's going to get maintained. There's a minor malfunction. The workers are already on it. I don't know what we need in order to actually repair it. Doesn't say, but it might just be a little bit of work. Anyway, we'll get the staff needed to maintain the biology lab. We'd need 6 biology staff and 6 of any. Wake up 12. Beautiful. And we've actually got this survey office has actually got. It should have a surveyor, because I'm pretty sure that we managed to hoodwink a surveyor from the cargo ship over here. Maybe I'm misremembering, but if not, that's a pretty pointless secondary survey office. But anyway, look, we've got the... Oh, yes, you need power. I forgot about that. Hold on, sort this out. Power line, boom. And we'll store... What do we want to store? Water in here, probably? Storage tanks, water. We can store coolant, we can store red mud or wastewater. Let's store water. That's fine. Still nothing to put in here. We can store 10,000 of any one type of resource. That's very handy. Anyway, the biology lab should now officially be worked on, and that gives us access to a brand new area, the research tech tree. Now, we need to get 200 biology points in order to unlock extraterrestrial agriculture, which is going to be great because it's going to allow us to unlock the hydroponic greenhouse, which is fantastic because it's going to allow us to get food production set up, which I'm very, very much excited about dealing with. Specialized storage, brilliant. Did that give us anything? I don't think so, right? No, we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything, but that's fine. Build 1 atmosphere processor, produce 1 nitrogen. Sure. We have the ability to build atmosphere processors, but we'll prioritize steel first, I think. And we'll prioritize this as well. Yeah, nice. Do I need to take any more people out of hibernation? I think I do. We need 4 geologists. Beautiful. Right, and there we go. We've got 2 surveyors. I was right. We did have 2 surveyors. That's marvelous. Okay, so biology. As soon as we get the biology points to do the biology research, we will do that. That is going to be great. We got a pressure vessel here, which is able to store gases. I think we'll store oxygen. I think we'll store oxygen. Ooh, look at that. We found a ship from our fleet. Fantastic. A second one already. That's great to know. So presumably... Well, actually, this is a really, really great metric. What did I say? That was about 2-point-something kilometers? Yeah, it was about 2 kilometers. That's Ceres. Yeah. So that was about 2 kilometers. We got a whole bunch of different things here. Prefab glassworks, packed bus. I'm gonna take all the vehicles. Packed cargo truck. Yep, that's good. Steelmaking thing, electrolysis plant. I'll take these as well. I don't think they take up much storage. Don't quote me on that. But the vehicles is definitely good. Right, so if that's about 2 kilometers, then we probably want to continue. Along the same vein. All right, let's line it up. Good. Sure. I think that's fine. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so again, that just gives us a little bit of extra security. It means that we don't have to really rush into doing anything, you know, too quickly. We've got another 300 units of steel here, for example. Like, we don't need to get this steel production facility set up immediately. I mean, it's going to be important, don't get me wrong, but we don't need to get it done immediately. Now, the mining drill over here is going to require a little bit of power. Let's get the power looped up from the solar panels over here. I don't really want to block the resources, though. That's the only... Ah, whatever. We'll block a resource. We'll block a resource. It's not the end of the world. Let's just get the iron. Get the iron done. Brilliant. Build a mine on the iron ore deposit. Mine some iron. We will get some. There we go. Yes, we are going to leave a couple of colonists homeless. But to be honest, that shouldn't be the case for too long, because we're going to get ourselves a second bunkhouse. We have insufficient resources. We need 3 plumbing and 1 computers. Well, let's yoink over here. We'll say plumbing. I'll transfer... I don't need to transfer all the plumbing. Some computers. Boom. Yeah, the real issue is if we overfill our storage here. I mean, it doesn't look like we're close to doing that at the moment, but we just need to be, you know, we just need to be aware that that's the case. Right, public transport. I don't need to do anything with public transport at the moment. I don't believe so anyway. But it's definitely something that I could do if I needed to get people around more quickly. But thankfully, as I say, I don't need to. We should be keeping stone in here. Do we have enough stone? Do we have any stone production? I guess not. Either way, this is all looking marvelous. Right, so we're gonna get the 40 iron ore. We need to build 1 prefab hydrogenation plant. Where on earth do I want to do that? I guess over here, maybe? Oh, my lordy. Have I found another ship? No. That was just... That's the same ship that I just didn't get rid of. Well, you know what? That got me unnecessarily excited, but we'll get it eventually. My goodness, there's nothing out here, is there? There's absolutely diddly squat out there. I tell you what, I have no idea which company we were working for, but I mean... Cripes, they hired a bunch of terrible drivers if the entirety of the fleet has come down. That's awful. Right, bunkhouse we're working on. Oh yeah, biology. I forgot that we probably have the progress needed to... Yep, we need 200 biology points in order to unlock extraterrestrial thingy. We got 252. Boom. Let's get it done. Fantastic. That is... that's allowed us to research, or allowed us to hopefully build... There we go. The greenhouse, which we are going to require a lot of components for. Huh. Right. Maybe not quite yet. Maybe not quite yet. We'll worry about that in a second. We need to store 300 water. And that is... There's a major malfunction here now. And there are some repairs that are needed. That is conducted by the construction office. We can set the priority, by the way, for what we want them to do, whether it's maintaining or constructing. I'm fine with it at the moment, to be honest. Let's build the prefab things. The hydrogenation plants. What are they called? So we need to build prefab hydrogenization plant. Build that over there. And I'll also get a prefab steelmaking furnace. And it's almost like I planned that, but I'm going to get some utility lines that come in the back here. Insufficient input resources, 5 stone. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. Remember how I said that we get stone as a byproduct from mining sulfur, and I think mining iron as well. We might not have enough of it. If that is the case, then what we can go and do is we can literally go up to some rocks and just say, you know, demolish them. We can queue them up for demolition. And that is going to give us... Oh, colonists have died. Oh my lordy. That was a little bit unanticipated. So the interesting thing is that we've got a clinic here, and injuries, you know, they happen naturally. It's a good opportunity, actually. Good opportunity to discuss. There's an injury rate of 8.5% of people in the survey office. That's very, very high. Look at this. The biology lab, 0.5%. A mild injury. Yeah, so there's different types of injuries that everybody can get. Death is, unfortunately, the worst type of injury. Probably not helped by the fact that we do maybe have a little bit of homelessness occurring at the moment. But whatever the case, we should be able to fix that. I have no idea what our poor colonists died from, but we've got 4 people that are homeless. That's fine. We're also going to need to wake somebody else up. I think you probably died from something geologically related. Yeah, given that you worked at the survey office. So yeah. It's a dangerous game, honestly, working in geology. Who would have thunk it? Either way, that is fine. We're getting this prefabricated thing built. That's marvelous. Yeah, we still don't have enough stone, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, we got 0 stone in the stockpile. We got 155 here. Let's get iron ore into the stockpile over there, and we'll actually go into settings. Go to iron ore. Turn that down to 0. Beautiful. And we'll kick the iron ore out, and we'll start putting it into the stockpile over there. Okay. We got a bit of a power shortage. I think we might have a little bit of a power shortage. Yeah, so this is kind of a situation that we really... I say we anticipated. I anticipated it in as much of the sense that it was bound to happen at some point. There we go. I don't even need to do that there. Just a power line right in there. Cool. Yeah, so we get this done. That'll give us a bit of power security. Yeah, it's going to take us 20 years to fill up our power at this rate. That is going to take a while. Right. Okay. So the hydrogenation plant. What does this do? The hydrogenization plant takes... Oh, a Bosch reaction or a Sabatier reaction. Interesting. Right. So we can turn carbon dioxide and hydrogen into carbon. Very interesting indeed. That's what we need to do with the atmospheric processor, I'd bet. And then we also have this reaction, which gives us... Change the Q. Gives us methane from carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Right. Well, we need carbon at the moment. That is pretty apparent. How do I get the... atmospheric processor? We can actually build it right now. Produces carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Sure. What do we need? We need 2 aluminium? Well, it's a good thing that we've got a ship that is filled with aluminium right over here. Beautiful. Okay, so there's quite a lot of stuff happening at the moment. Quite a lot of stuff happening. None of it is particularly problematic, though. Everything is working well. Life support system is strained. That really shouldn't be the case. Also, I am running very, very low on food, so perhaps we need to finally get that greenhouse built. Yeah, I think I do need to do that. We've got no power. Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens when... This is what happens when we run out of power. When we run out of power, everything is gonna grind to a halt. Maybe I should build a little bit more power. Solar array. Beautiful. Okay, I think we should have the resources needed for all this. Yeah, solar panels, aluminium, and some electrical cables. It's not that difficult to do. Let's also maybe get some wind turbines as well. There is higher wind turbine speeds up here, but again, we can't do anything about the fact because it's too far away. Yeah. Whoa, colonists are in distress. Severe hypothermia. That's probably because we have no power at the moment. We're just going to have to, unfortunately, gents, you're just going to have to tough it out until the morning. Yeah, I know. Everybody has severe hypothermia. Yeah, we're going to have to tough it out until the morning. The hypothermia is only getting more and more severe. Yep, colonists have died of hypothermia. Not great. But look, at least we're demonstrating quite aptly why it's really, really important that you have a... Oh, my lordy. Okay, I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that we're going to need to wake up from stasis in order to deal with it. But that's fine. Right, wake up. Oh. I don't think we lost anyone. We might have lost one person, but it wasn't that many. Right. We're going to need to get all of this stuff built today. There is unfortunately no other way around it. We need to just do it. Right, wind turbine. Can I get yeah, 4 additional wind turbines there. Cool, and another wind turbine over here. Insufficient resources, we need 4 polyester. I would bet my bottom dollar that we've got some polyester over here. I don't know what polyester looks like. But we'll have it on one of the ships, for sure. For sure we'll have it on one of the ships. Okay. I'm not even sure if we're going in the right direction for those ships. That's it. There we go. Okay. It's quite the journey. Right, so in an ideal world, we would be able to build a radio tower, like, up at the top of... It's got to be in this quadrant, right? I think we're getting there. The only problem is that it's very, very far away from our colony, so it's going to take us, like, a long time to get out there. Yeah. Either way, power-wise, we need to get more power before the course of the evening is before the course of the day is done. There's simply no other way around it. Right. Prefab steelmaking furnace, beautiful. We've got some iron ore, which we're going to be able to turn into steel. We need to get a little bit of carbon. And did I get an atmospheric processor? Is it built yet? No. It is not built, and nor does it have the utility connections that I would anticipate it needs. Well, it'll need if we have anybody working in it, which we do. Either way, though, all good. All good. Resources are running out of packaged food. That might actually not be a huge problem. Let's move all of the packaged food from Luna across. I did say that I needed to get the greenhouse up and running. I am now regretting even saying that. I'll tell you why. Because I guarantee you that I will not have the correct resources for this. Entrance is blocked. We'll do it. Right, insufficient resources. We need 305 concrete, 106 steel, 5 laminated glass. I mean, holy cow, that's a lot. 305 concrete. What do you have over here? I'll take the steel. We have no concrete. We've got more packaged food, though, so we can survive for a while. We can survive for a long time. We found another ship. Oh, finally. Beautiful. What is this? Gong Gong. Brilliant. And we got 1,500 steel. Oh, that is beautiful. We've got packaged cargo truck. Let's move those across. No other prefabs or anything like that. Okay, that's cool. Honestly, all in all, I'm not too disappointed with that. It's very, very nice. We can actually stop exploring down here. And instead, we will start exploring in the direction of, well, that. 5 kilometers is a heck of a journey, though. There's probably going to be some ships closer. It's just that I can't find out where they are because, you know, sure. Yeah, we probably just can't find out where they are because we can't build on top of the mountain here. Either way, we'll do what we can do. We still presumably have some insufficient resources. We need a lot of concrete. We also need a lot of stone, I think. Understaffed. Yeah, let's get some more people woken up. Wowzers, it's quite a lot. Okay, we have 1 free residence, which to me means that we need to get ourselves a new bunkhouse. $80 concrete, 60 steel. Oh my lordy. Move that into low priority. And again, we're running out of power. Oh my lordy. Yeah, colonists have died from hypothermia. Somebody's in distress over hypothermia. Yeah, let's in fact, we can do this. We can set everything as a prayer. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I know. Everybody's stressing out. Everybody's stressing out. It's critical. It's critical that we sort this. It's critical that we sort this. I know that everybody is chill. I know that everybody's chill. Chill in a metaphorical sense, not in a... No, actually, sorry. A literal sense. What do we need? Electrical cable and electrical cable. Let's bring in some more electrical cable. Beautiful. Move it across. Okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. We just need to make sure that we're properly allocating our resources. Outside of construction office range. What's the issue here? It may very well be because we blocked in... We blocked in these bits. Hold on. Yeah, blocked the bits in with the wind turbines. Cancel and demolish. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so do that. That should allow us access in here. We may need to do something similar in this area. There we go. Okay, see if that makes a difference. Look, I get it. The cargo trucks can't access where they need to go. It's like, that sucks. That sucks. That really does suck. But we will get it done. We will get it done. We will get the power that we need. Energy storage is at 35%. My giddy aunt, that is not enough. That is not enough. It's gonna last 11 hours? Oh, maybe that is gonna be enough. Anyway, this is all gonna get set on critical. All gonna get set on critical. I honestly think maybe getting those wind turbines was pretty good. So the wind is nice. 6 hours left, that's fine. There we go. It's critical to get that demolished. Critical to get that demolished. Beautiful. Yeah, so I think for the first time in a little while, we're not going to have to endure... We're not going to have to endure power cuts in the night. Oh, actually, tell a lie. We might actually. Yeah, we have 0 power. We have 0 power. That's less than ideal. If somebody gets in distress, it'll only be very, very briefly. Yeah, dangerously low temperature in the habitats. Please don't get distressed. No distress? No distress. Right, electrical devices, laminated glass. I can nab those. Laminated glass. Electrical devices. Beautiful. Okay. So, that's sorted our power situation somewhat, I think. continuing to explore down there, which is great. How much power will this give us? 10 hours until full? Tell you what I'll do. I'll build another energy storage. What do we need? 20 concrete, 1 transformer. The transformer we can nab. Transformer we can nab. Transfer, there we go. 40 transformers. I'm assuming, by the way, that I actually have enough storage space in my main building. Yeah, I've got plenty. Got plenty. Got like 1,000 units. I can bring over more food whenever we need to. What do we need? 165 concrete. 165 concrete. That's a lot of concrete. Let's bump... ooh, interim steel production. Oh, marvelous. We actually managed to build steel. Well, that's quite handy. Let's bump... no, actually, let's not bump up the productivity. If I was to bump up the productivity, like so... Yeah, understaffed. That's fine. We'll wake some people up for this. Oh, actually, no, we won't wake people up for that. Pressure security. Brilliant. We need to store 300 water in order to be happy. Let's bump that up. Perfect. Maybe that's a sneaky little way of getting a little bit more water. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think we're going to need to get... I think we're going to need to get more. What do we need? 80 concrete, 2 furniture. The furniture I can nab. Where is it? Appliances, computer. Furniture. Yep, there we go. Nab it all. It's nice. The concrete, on the other hand, is a no. 8% of the energy storage is left. We still are not producing enough. Life support, ancillary. Oh yeah, we got new buildings. I've forgotten about that. What do we need? Solar panels? I have solar panels. There we go. Okay, so what do we get? We got conveyors. Oh, nice. And a construction office. Provides up to 48 construction and maintenance workers. Very, very cool, in fact. That's very, very good. Recreation, we've got a community center. I like the idea of that. And we also have a small warehouse. 400 units of solid resources. Nice. Let's get high priority. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, how are we doing? 46 concrete, or 66 concrete even? Let's bump that up to high priority too. It is pretty important that we get concrete. I don't think that either of these ships have concrete on them, do they? They might be made of concrete. No, they're not made of concrete, so even if I demolish it, they're not gonna disappear. You don't have concrete on you either. You're not made of concrete. Nope, nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Grids without consumers. Yeah, so these won't be connected until everything has been built up. But that being said, we should be able to survive the night. Oh my lordy, we're definitely not going to be able to survive the night, are we? 2 hours, 11% of the energy storage is left. Oh, that's gonna be nasty. Actually, no, hold on. 8. Oh, that's not 8 hours. It's a 0. Oh, I'd say what we can do. What we should have done. Turn on the ship's reactor. There we go. Turn on the ship's reactor. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a great backup that I never even considered before. Right, more solar arrays. 1 aluminium. Brilliant. More. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know why I didn't think of the ship's reactor beforehand. Right. The bunkhouse is pretty much built here, which is good. I'm happy with this solar array. It's looking nice. We're understaffed in the iron department, so presumably that's leading us to not make enough steel. But that's okay. We're a little understaffed here. We need to get water sorted. Okay, you know what? Let's wake everybody up. Select needed. Let's wake everybody up. Yep, that's fine. 14 people are currently homeless, but I would be surprised if the bunkhouse wasn't built today. Objective complete. Village. We've reached 100 colonists. Cool. Does that get us anything in particular? It gives us hope for 2 seasons, and it has also risen. It's also raised the expectations. Right. There's a whole bunch of requirements for this objective here. I want to finish out agriculture. Ideally, wanted to find a shuttle as well, because that is kind of cool. A shuttle is basically a mobile construction office, although that is looking a little bit impossible at a time like this. I do like this little industrial area here. We seem to be making enough steel. The atmospheric processor's doing a grand old job. Yeah, I mean everything is looking pretty good. The life support system is strained, supposedly. I'm not sure how much I buy that, but it is what it is. Is there anything else that we wanted to store in the big stockpile here? We got 3 little stockpiles, and to be honest, they seem to be absolutely adequate for everything that we could possibly need. I'm not happy about the fact that we don't have enough water, so I'm going to build another mining drill here. Yep, we'll do that. What's the issue here? There's a little flashing icon above the ship core. I don't know what the issue was. Don't know what the issue was there. We do have people that are homeless, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's make that critical. Energy storage is at 100. Let's turn that off. Beautiful. Turn off the fuel rods. And let's get this bunkhouse. Let's get this bunkhouse done. Yeah. So the life support system being strained. That is not a bad. That is not a bad thing. No, it is a bad thing. It is a very, very bad thing, because the ancillary is going to provide regulation, which I think is exactly what we want. Where do I want to put it? Yeah, because we've got insufficient supply over here. I guess this area is pretty good. What do we need? 39 concrete, 45 steel, industrial machinery. Yeah, I mean, we'll get that. If we wanted to sort of turn off the life support on some things, you know, we absolutely could. Hey, look at that. We've produced over 1,000 concrete in our time. There we go. Very, very nice. Very, very cool indeed. Right, I think we're actually going to wrap up right about now, ladies and gents. I think you can probably see exactly why I'm so unbelievably hyped about this game. I very well may do another episode. This game has got some serious potential. I am absolutely adoring it. I've had an absolute blast playing today, and I feel like we barely scratched the surface on what we can do, and in fact we might need to make a little bit of a return. But anyway, ladies and gents, gonna wrap it up for now. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and for me, my name of course has been Open Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.